Hi, my name is Victoria O'Sullivan and I'm a fully qualified naturopath. Since you're here, you've probably typed something into the search engine along the lines of fatigue, weight loss or hormonal imbalance, and you're looking for some answers. So let's start with the fatigue. The fatigue that's with you all the time, so when you wake up in the morning, you cannot face your day unless the caffeine drip's re-hooked up back into the vein. Or the fatigue that comes on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, along with the mental confusion and the mental fogginess that happens right when you're about to give a presentation to your boss, or you have to run around and pick your little kids up from school. Or the crippling exhaustion that's with you, so when it comes to going to bed at night, you're so tired that you have to put a crash helmet on because you hit the pillow so fast, you might cause yourself a head injury. Or you may be the complete opposite. So you get into bed at night time and you're so tired, you're literally wired and you cannot switch off. And you could literally probably get up and run a marathon, and then potentially you're waking up at intervals throughout the night as well. So you're not getting the rest that you need. And then let's go back to going to bed. So you're back in bed and you're starting to go to sleep, trying to go to sleep, and then you hear the pitter-patter coming down the corridor. And we know who that is. That's not your little angel who's woken up from a bad nightmare, and it's not your four-legged pooch looking for a bit of a lick and attention. That's your partner, and we both know what they're looking for, and you can forget about it because there's nothing left in the tank for your needs, let alone their needs. So let's touch on the weight loss. The weight gain, I should say, that starts to come on around the middle, and you're frustrated because you're eating far less now than you did in your 20s, and you're exercising a lot harder now than what you did, and yet the weight just continuously starts to creep on around the middle. And then there's the hormonal imbalance. So it may be 1 week or it may be 2 weeks outside of your cycle, and the feelings and the emotions start to kick in, which I like to define as hormonal hell. The frustration, the feelings of depression, the sadness, the rage, the resentment. But deep down beneath all of this is this feeling that you know that you're not this person, but you've got these uncontrollable feelings that you literally cannot control, and you know that you're actually affecting the quality of the relationships around you. And it's this torment because you cannot let it go. Or it may be that with your hormones you're starting to head towards that later stage where you may be going through the transition of menopause, or you've already been through it, and you're experiencing similar sort of symptoms again. So it's night sweats, sleep disorders, uncontrollable mood swings, and then there's the hot flushes. The hot flushes that come on at the most inconvenient of times. So you're probably in the bank queue or you're having coffee with your girlfriends and bam, you get a hot flush. And the hot flush, it just fuels, so you think that every single person in the room can see you having this hot flush, and it just makes the sweating worse. But even more painful than the physical symptoms that you're probably experiencing going through menopause is the emotional strain. The emotional strain of losing your desire for passion and intimacy. And that inner goddess in you is suppressed. She's still in there, but she's suppressed. And you feel like this burnt out, exhausted person, and then the effect that that then has on your self-esteem and your confidence as a woman. So, the good news about all of this is that you're definitely not alone. In fact, many women from the age of about 30 onwards, and some we even know a lot younger than that, experience hormonal imbalance. And to be quite honest with you, I see this all the time, every day in my clinical practice. Women just like you who are living the nightmare that I've just painted of hormonal imbalance. Women who are working out 3 times as hard as anybody else and eating diets that I can't even fault as a qualified nutritionist, yet they're getting half the results that they're looking for, if they're getting any at all. And the good news is that once you actually fix the underlying problem of the hormonal imbalance, they start to get the results they're looking for, which is terrific. You see, hormonal imbalance and weight loss are not just about diet and exercise. They are, but if you're not getting the results that you're looking for, then chances are there's something going on within you that needs to be fixed. So what I've done for you is I've put together this free report that explains the impact that your hormones may be having on your life. Your hormones may be literally controlling your life. So, all you need to do is type your details into the box and you'll receive your free report, and then it will line out to you the steps that you can then take to further your health and balance your hormones so that you have better quality energy and time and presence to be able to spend with your friends and your family, remembering that vibrant health is your birthright. So, what I would like to invite you to do is type your details into the box, and for those of you who are just like me and want to cut straight to the chase, then I would love you to scoot straight through to page 27 and check out the special offer that I have there for you. And I would love to say thank you very much for listening to me today, and I look forward to journeying with you to better health.